welcome back to the program. Thanks
Hey,
for being here.
Welcome back to you. How glad are we that Jimmy is back?
I am so happy.
And the Roots are back.
I'm so happy. I missed this so much.
This building's not the same without you. It's lonely.
Is it a
I
little
come in here at 4 a.m. I come up here. I sleep in your office, obviously. I play Quest drums.
Yeah, we weren't allowed in the building. I haven't been here in 5 months.
I know. We're so glad you're back, man.
I'm so
Great
happy to be back.
you.
Thank you, buddy. I'm so thankful. I miss this. This is so good for my ego. Yeah, I really needed this. How's the fam? How are the kids? How's everybody?
Good, good. I've got 2 teenagers now. It's coming for you too. Not yet, but it's coming. I've got a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old.
But I think you'd be good at this.
We got great kids. That's where you start.
Yes.
But also, you start to feel your age. I'm pushing 50. I don't know
Me
about
too.
you.
Me too.
I'm on the cusp of it. And we took our kids to GovBall a couple of months ago, which is this big music festival in New York where all like the hottest, coolest bands play.
Oh, yeah.
And we took 20 16-year-olds to see GovBall. And we put them on a bus, and we were in an escort vehicle. We were not allowed on the bus. And we went with them to Queens to this music concert, and we thought we were pretty cool.
That's cool parents.
But we went to the, there's a tent they set up for chaperones, basically. So we're lying in the tent. They have beds put out because they know who you are. And you kind of lie there and play Wordle, and you listen to some bands. While my daughter and her friends are over listening to Lil Uzi Vert and Metro Boomin and Ice Spice and Joey Badass and all these bands that they love.
And you're playing Wordle in a tent.
We're playing Wordle in a tent.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And so at one point we go over and we say, let's be cool and hang out with the kids, right? And so we're listening and Joey Badass says something like, hey, to all the ladies, you know, he's really like flattering to women. And my wife goes, you know what? Thank you, Johnny Badass. And I said, it's Joey, let's get you back in the tent.
Johnny Badass.
Let's get you back in the tent. We'll have a mojito in the tent.
We'll play some more Wordle. Yeah, you know any 5-letter words?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about some news headlines, just so we can and see what your take is on everything. Nothing too crazy, but how about what everyone's talking about? Travis and Tay Tay.
You joke, but it is what everyone's talking about. I cover the news every day and what's going on with Donald Trump and Kevin McCarthy and Congress and all that. And yet, when on my phone it pops up, I'm like, babe, Travis Kelce's jersey sales are up 400%.
It is every other headline.
She's like, that's not something. But I don't know exactly what's going on. I do have a little bit of a theory. I hope it's not controversial. I'm happy for both of them. They seem like great people.
Yeah.
Is there any chance that this is all one big Capital One commercial? In other words, are we going to go through weeks of this, and at the end they turn to the camera and say, "What's in your wallet?"
Yeah, okay.
Right?
No, I don't think. I think this is real.
Do you think it's real?
I think it's as real as can
I hope
be.
it is. I think it is.
And I think they're both cool people.
Very cool.
So I think I would love. It's almost like when you see two people that you go like, they should date. Like,
yes.
I want to be at that party.
Yes.
I want to be at this party.
Yeah. No, I'm totally on board. I just want to put it in the universe if it happens that I was right.
It's a Capital One ad.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Trump. This is day 3 of the Trump civil fraud trial. I was going to ask you, were you surprised that he showed up? Because he didn't have to show up, right?
You're right. It's a civil trial. He doesn't have to be there as a defendant.
Why is he there?
So he shows up in part, I think, to sit in that courtroom, get the photograph, kind of glaring at the witnesses and the judge and the district attorney and everybody, the attorney general. And then really what he's there for is the moment where he walks out, and he did it again today. He walks out of those doors and he makes a speech. And he says this is a disgrace and it's a witch hunt and all of the other things. So like a lot of things in his life, it's performative, and he wants to reinforce the idea that this is somehow a witch hunt. But it does get to everything he has built, which is, I'm a businessman, I'm a successful guy, I'm the apprentice, and this is why I was elected, this is why you know me. And this civil trial really gets at that, which says, I don't know, there was perhaps some fraud involved in that whole image.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
That's an interesting take. So, yeah, okay, all right, I see, I like that.
It's also a Capital One commercial.
You think he's doing a Capital One as a commercial as well?
I do.
How about this? Yesterday, the House voted to remove Kevin McCarthy as Speaker of the House. What happens now? Who takes over? And what does it all mean?
It's absolutely wild. Kevin McCarthy desperately wanted this job for his entire career. He had it for 269 days, about 9 months. But to get the job, he agreed to a rule that said one member of Congress can raise a motion to get rid of him. And so the minute they didn't like something he did, they did it. They took him up on it. So it was a job he wanted that he held for 9 months, and it's not clear to me who gets the job after. There are names out there, Steve Scalise and Jim Jordan and some other people, but
Trump's name came up.
Trump's name came up. Yeah, some people said, what if we just made Donald Trump the Speaker of the House?
Speaker of the House.
That's not going to happen. Don't worry.
All right.
That's not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
No. And like everything else, this is a Capital One commercial.
No.
What's happening now?
No, it's perfect. Yes. I want to say, I think you're coming up on, or just did your 300th episode of Sunday Today.
Yeah, we just had Thank you.
I was one of the first.
You were early.
I was in there early, right? I was one of the first Sunday Today with Willie guys.
Jimmy was there very early with what I think your first children's book. Jimmy Fallon was a guest on our show.
I love doing your
And also your ice cream. Yeah, it was your Ben and Jerry's ice cream as well.
That's right. We had fun.
Yeah.
I know everyone asks who your favorite guest is, and you don't have to say. We all know. But who's your favorite type of guest? Is it a politician? Is it a comedian?
Yes, comedians are great. I love a musician. I do. What I love is hearing how songs are built. I interviewed Jack Antonoff yesterday. Actually, I saw Quest there after I did that yesterday. I interviewed Jack Antonoff talking about, so you and Taylor Swift get in a room. Now what? Like, how do you make 1989 and Reputation
he's a genius.
And Midnights and all that stuff? Yeah.
Well, you're back with the new episode of Sunday Today this weekend. Who do you have on this Sunday?
We got Darius Rucker, the great Darius Rucker.
Oh, he's got a new record coming out.
He's got a new album coming out. Just, as you know, one of the all-time great guys.
He really is, man. He's solid.
And what a ride, right? Like, the Hootie and the Blowfish album was the 8th biggest selling album in the history of bands, in the history of music. Like, with the Eagles and the Beatles and the Stones and Led Zeppelin and all that.
A bar band, right?
Exactly. They were a
North Carolina?
college band in South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yeah, and now he's become this country star. So
Darius
will be on this weekend. Yeah.
Willie, I love you. I love everything you do. I love Sunday Today. I love Morning Joe. I love you on the Today Show, and I love you on the Tonight Show.
Thanks, man. I'm so glad you're here.
You're the best.
Welcome back, guys.
Willie, guys, check him out on Sunday Today and weekday mornings on Morning Joe.